Hello everybody and welcome back to the More Bus Videos YouTube channel. I'm More Bus Videos, otherwise known as More Central, depending on what day of the week and what video you're watching. And welcome to a quite exciting video. Firstly, I do apologise about the lack of OMSI 2 content recently on this channel. I sort of went away for a few days unexpectedly. I had a quite random week. And I intended to get some filming done beforehand, but a mix of bits and bobs got in the way and meant that didn't happen. And then when I was away from the computer for the week, more filming didn't happen, so here we are. Now, Mr. Moose has once again kept an update of Lincolnshire very quiet, so I found out from somebody else, although to be fair, I don't tend to trudge the Fellas Film forums as much as I used to, unfortunately. But I was told through a friend that Lincolnshire has been updated. We're beyond version 2, we're now on version 2.1, and that 0.1 stands for one very exciting route, the 95. In real life, running between Gainsborough and Retford, the buses on the 95 run by Stagecoach East Midlands, and when they get to Retford, usually they change to 99s and go from Retford to Doncaster. In the game, the 95 runs every 2 hours. It rotates between a couple of other services. I believe the 106, and I'm sure they do the odd Park Springs and potentially 107s, do some of the diagrams. But in the game, it runs every 2 hours, and then on an evening, the last trip of the day is a short working run as a 95A. So for the first couple of videos of this, we're going to focus our attention on the 95. We're going to do it in this direction purposefully to work our way to the exciting Retford bus station. I'm excited to see what it is like in game versus what I saw in real life. And then we'll probably do a return trip in the next video, and then we'll also try and do a run on the 95A to say we've done that run as well. So the vehicle we're driving is AE09GZA, a Stagecoach East Volvo B7RLE Eclipse 2 in the unbranded new Busway livery. We're going to pretend that this vehicle, like the small batch of them that have transferred from Stagecoach East to East Midlands, has just transferred over to the East Midlands. They've debranded it. They've not had time to brand it up and paint it yet, paint it into the purple interconnect colours, so they've had to run it in like this. So that's the sort of narrative that we're going with. But for now, we are going to get ourselves going. The ticket machine is already set up. The destination is already set up, because I have already attempted to do this video once. We're not going to talk about that. And here we are. So I am just going to change the traffic settings slightly, so hopefully we don't get as much lag. Well, I believe in real life this is 21226 or 27 is this exact vehicle. Something along the lines of... basically I wanted to do 21222. But for some reason that wasn't set up as a fleet number for the Veiling pack in the fleet numbers pack I've got. So I went with 26 instead. I thought it's still a similar vehicle, and then I tried to find the interconnect livery, and unfortunately they have made the interconnect livery. It is just the older variation. So I thought, well, these haven't worn the older variation, so I thought, oh, we'll just go with a semi-realistic, semi-fictional sort of in-the-middle setup that we can do. So in real life, between Gainsborough and Retford, there are two services, the 95 and I believe it is the 97. Now, the 95 is the quicker service, very similar to the 107. I haven't done, for a disclaimer, I haven't done the 95 route in real life before, so I'm not like expecting everything to be how I've seen it before, because I haven't seen it. But from looking at the map and tracking many buses in Retford as they've come in off a 95 to go on a 99, or do vice versa, the 95 tends to stay on the A roads a fair bit, so I'm expecting it to be quite similar to what the 107 is like. Where the 107, for those of you that have driven this map, or watch my videos, if you haven't already, do go and check out my videos of the 107s. I think the more recent video I did on there was a Thrash running the Optare Solo. That was pretty fun from memory. I did quite enjoy that. I think it was in Trent Barton livery as well. It was a really bit of a fun run, was that. But the 100 sort of goes through the villages and bits. The 107 seems to be a bit more direct. So I'm expecting the 95 to be like that. The 97 goes through the villages and isn't in the game as of yet. However, I would expect the 20, no, not the 27, the 97. Because it's quite confusing in Retford. There is a 27 and there is a 97. So if I am getting them mixed up, and there's also a 47. They like their numbers finishing with 7 over there for some reason. But yeah, basically there's the quick 95 and then there's the slow route as well. So there's the slow route. Now the slow route goes through a lot more of the villages, and I would expect the slow route to be part of the next update, just like the 100 and the 107 was done. I mean, there could also be the potential for the 101 in real life. That's not what it does in game. The 101 in real life is a college run between Scunthorpe and Gainsborough. It does a bit of a different run between the two locations. That could be potential, however, it is only a couple of times a day. Or, as I say, what I'd love to see, although it would involve a mammoth of a build on the other end, is Doncaster. I would love to see the 99s. I think it'd be really cool to be able to do a 95, then go on to a 99 like you do in real life. I do think that'd be pretty awesome. It is predominantly the 99 again. It's just on A roads with the odd villages that you drive through. It doesn't come off the A roads. I mean, even doing it as far as Tick Hill to start off with would be pretty cool. All in all, if I'm honest. But we'll have to see. I mean, it's quite nice to see the 95 route as an update for the map. I wasn't expecting the 95 route, so it is quite a nice addition. It does also remind me that there are a couple of other routes and maps I do need to drive. I keep meaning to drive London Bus Route 24. I know the map has been out a little bit now. I do keep meaning to drive it. And I wouldn't also mind having a go if they do release a map that I could see possible. Potentially a map on Super Loops, the brand new looping circular services in London. The idea with the Super Loop is it's creating in its own TfL unique fashion, so there are routes that just don't have any relevance that are part of the Super Loop, but it is supposed to be creating a ring road around central London, but because of how big it is, how big the outside of central London is, they are splitting it between a load of bus services and then some that absolutely have no relevance to the loop whatsoever, that have also been included. I believe the latest addition was the SL3. The SL3 operated by Arriva. I was keeping an eye on the socials, and they seem to have quite an interesting start to the operation with, I believe, 2 vehicle crashes. None of the vehicles having any destination blinds, and even the appearance of one of the VDL Geminis as well. So, by the sounds of it, they had quite a fun experience. So in the game, the route is timetabled at approximately 45 minutes. Just like the other routes in the game, I am expecting to do it slightly quicker than that. Not to toot my own trumpet with these things, but the last time I did the 107, I believe I got in at least 15 minutes early. So we'll sort of just see how we go. We'll plod on. If I end up stupidly early mid-route, I'll skip the time forward, because there's no point of us sitting at a bus stop like you're on a real bus when you don't really want to be watching YouTube for 15 minutes of sat there, really. Not doing much. You want to watch the video to actually go somewhere, see progress, see excitement. And I do as well. I mean, driving in real life, I sit places for 15 minutes. I'm not sitting places while I'm driving on a simulator game. So I haven't done Stagecoach East the Busway at Stagecoach East yet. I do keep meaning to do it. I do really want to get those. B8Ls have got. Oh no, it's not B8Ls. It's E400 XLBs. I want to get in. I get them all confused. B8Ls are on the MCV bodywork. But it's just confused me because over in Berlin they've got their E400s, or E500s as they call them. but they're on a totally different chassis. Totally different chassis to what they've got here, and a totally different sort of engine running system. Hey, OBS is still filming, that's good. That was the point in which I reached last time where I realised OBS wasn't filming and hadn't been filming for the past 10 minutes. So I'm glad that we've got a little bit further than that today. So I don't believe, to the best of my knowledge, that any of these newly transferred ex-Stagecoach East Interconnect B7 Eclipses have actually run from Gainsborough. That I do believe is a missed trick. I think they'd be absolutely perfect for the 95s, 99s, stuff like that. However, with them being interconnect livery, they do have to prioritise them on interconnect routes. They have recently made appearances on the 53 service between Lincoln and Grimsby. I believe there's a couple of the interconnects at the moment of these based at Lincoln. I know there was a very, very short period of time that there was, I believe, one, and they were expecting a second that never happened. But there was one based at Scunthorpe, and I believe through unreliability problems or some other technical hitch, they actually ended up transferring it away. They were supposed to be for the 103 service. The interconnect, although is it Cliffsider? It's Cliffsider is 103, so so the 103 is technically not an interconnect. However, these would have been perfect for the 103, as it does require single deck buses between Lincoln and Scunthorpe. Last time I went on that route to my entertainment, I had a Dennis Dart. Again, you can go and check that video out. It's the older buses still in use in Scunthorpe with Stagecoaches Midlands. Although that video is now invalid because all of the darts and all of the B7 Vikings have gone, you can still watch the video from back when it was filmed. So they didn't last that long at Scunthorpe. They've also done a bit of time at Skeggy, and have also been based at the outstation further south, the outstation that covers the 505 Kings Lynn service. So they have also been based there. They've made appearances on the 505s, 57s. I believe they've also done the 56s as well. So I don't know if there is any at present based over there. Oh, we're going on a narrow road. I don't know if there's any at present based over there, but there certainly was a bit ago, and there was a number of them based at Skegness. Oh, it is getting narrow, is this? Oh, and there is passing cars. That's a little bit of an interesting. I should have probably got that screenshot when we turned. Oh, they were reverse and turn. Oh, crikey! Oh, this is exciting. This is very exciting. Let's pump up the time a little bit because I don't want people to. I don't really want people to start flagging me down when I'm reversing. Oh, shush. There's no reversing camera. How brilliant. This is the one main negative about this bus, is the braking seems to be uber sensitive. It's like there, I had to harshly brake. I had to sort of use the full braking to get it to go into gear, but then it just seemed to just start kicking off. I seem to be cutting a lot of the back of curbs for some reason today. Something I'm very conscious about in real life, but I seem to have just totally disregarded it in game. That was quite a nice little feature, nice little reversing point. Again, this is the real life route, just for context. Like, this isn't a fictional route, this is the 95 in real life, so it will do that in real life. Sometimes not all trips do bits like that, but because this is an every 2 hour route in the game, it is every single run does go via there. So usually I've caught tridents that have come on and off the 95 when I've done them on the 99. I won't mind doing a trident on a route like this. However, they are always fun on the 99 service. There's not as many now left at Gainsborough, unfortunately, so you don't see as many as you used to. However, there is still a small number, and they still make daily appearances on routes. Quite recently, they've been making quite a lot of oddball appearances on the 100 service, for an unknown reason. When they've had enough interconnect E400 MMCs, but the interconnect MMCs have been sent to Donny and to do Retford locals, and yet there's been a trident doing a full day board on the 100s. So it's been quite a strange way around they've done it recently. But most, if not all, I believe now, of the presidents have gone, unfortunately. The 53 plate presidents. That is a shame, because I absolutely love the MX53s and the KV53s. Lovely motors. I did thoroughly enjoy my rides on them. They were really nice. It was always unfortunately quite difficult to get a number of them based at Gainsborough. It was sort of lucky dip what showed up on the 99, and even if you wanted to go to Gainsborough, it was lucky dip as to what showed up in Gainsborough, because quite a lot of them will just end up parked up because it's a small depot. They like to have quite a lot of reserve vehicles, and even if then, sometimes they just do a school run, or they do a school run and an odd working on the 107, and if you weren't in the right place, you'd miss it, and all of that lovely stuff. This is cool. I think I've been down this road in a car in real life. I know I've definitely done Gainsborough to Retford-ish. What we say ish, Retford-ish. In real life. I don't know if my journey finished at Retford. I'm pretty certain I went through. What's going on there? And it definitely says straight on for us. Oh, that's the right turn for the other direction. Okay, well that's for the next video. That's for the next video to explore. Well, this is a nice village. I like this. This is what I like about this map, is it realistically depicts the villages, and Mr. Moose always does such a phenomenal job on recreating these villages, especially saying the objects that are used. I mean, it does take some great skill to use sort of a very, in the nicest way, a very basic array of assets to create such a realistic set of scenery. Something that you can look at and you can go, oh goodness me, that does genuinely reflect what is there in real life. That is such an achievement. It really is an achievement. It's not something that I could do, unfortunately. But as I say, using the small amount of assets as well, it means that it's a lot easier for people to play the map. I think what you can sometimes find is if you either create all your own unique assets, it can lag the game, and sometimes maps don't get released because people spend that long making the buildings and lose interest. Or the alternative side is you use so many different, such a large variety of assets that I used to do, that you end up with such a massive list of requirements that most people won't bother downloading the map. But a map like this, it's a lot of just the basic assets used over, but they're used over in such a clever, dynamic way that you don't notice. You look at it and it all looks different, it all looks like it does in real life. That, as I say, hats off to Mr. Moose. I mean, they've done an absolutely incredible job. As usual, as I entirely expected, and I mean, it's really nice nice surprise to see the Retford edition, because you never quite know with this map sometimes if you're going to get another update or not. Mr. Moose is rather unpredictable, but we do like a good update, and I imagine you are probably watching, so hats off to you as usual. You have done a good job. Since most of the interesting stuff has left Gainsborough, though, I haven't been to Doncaster to do the 99s. I need to try and get a couple of the tridents that they've got left clinging on. Mostly the mostly new ones now, like 06 plates. But I need to try and go on a couple of them. Would be quite nice, I think. So this isn't too mega unrealistic with this vehicle type on the 95. Although these newer ones haven't yet set foot in Gainsborough, they probably will do at some point during their lives. But for now, they haven't set foot there. However, they did quite recently at Gainsborough have a B7RLE in the form of 21205, one of the FX05 Euro 3 B7RLE Eclipse Urbans. I believe they've withdrawn all of them now. But I had the joys and the pleasure of having 21215 on my 99 from Doncaster to Retford one day. It was my last visit to Retford I've done, actually, a couple of months ago, quite a few months ago I think now. That's quite bad, I do need to do another visit, but quite a few months ago, I had that on the 99, absolutely phenomenal motor. I'd been wanting to go on one of the new to Lincolnshire road car Eclipses for quite some time, so it was an incredible achievement to get one, as I say, just before the withdrawn. I mean, that vehicle should have been withdrawn, but Gainsborough were short of buses, so they reinstated it, transferred it to Gainsborough, and it ran all the long services that I thought was amazing. So I had it on the 99. I've also got a photo of it setting off from Retford on a 95 to Gainsborough, so there is some relevance in using a B7RLE on here. Again, albeit this is a little bit newer. We are expecting the older Veiling vehicle pack at some point soon. I believe that is still in progress somehow, somewhere. I didn't mean to cut that curve. I think I cut that curve quite bad. These roads are a slight bit narrower than I am anticipating, I'm going to be honest. Oh, we are 5 minutes early, so when we get to wherever we're turning around, because we are turning around somewhere, because there was a bus stop back there. Well, I say we're turning around somewhere, I'm pretty certain we are. Unless it's just... Ah, there we go, yes, another... Anybody waiting? Well, let's... There we go, so how long have we got? 5.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just up that a little bit, so we are slightly late. There we go, and I've given myself enough rear tail swing, just in case I need it. There we go. Oh, didn't need to do that. So that said 95 AM, so I don't know if that just means that on this specific trip we serve here and not. I need to have a proper look at the PDF timetable provided. Mr. Moose has once again provided a realistic stagecoach style timetable list to look through to see selected workings, that I think is pretty cool. Although I say that, there was only left turns there, so there wasn't any other AM or PM workings up there, so everything must go through. That might just be a slight typo error. Well, I do need to have a proper look at the timetabling and sort of see what other workings I want to do. Because if there's anything that does an extra deviation that we might not have realised and we might have slightly missed, that might be something of particular interest, I think. Oh, straight over railway crossing. Oh, South Leverton's our next stop, and we are back on time now. Oh, somebody else wants to get off. Oh, it's the same bloke. He's just gone from Leverton to South Leverton. Can't say blame him if there's a bus due. There's a bus due, jump on bus instead of doing the probably 20-odd minute walk, I would imagine. Now let's see where we are on this. Ah, we've only got a couple more stops and we're there. Hang on, that's not 45 minutes, that's about an hour. Well, that's how long it should take. I mean, at the moment it's taken us about half an hour. Oh no, it is 45 because we set off at 9:40, didn't we? So yeah, 9:40 it's just over 45 minutes. This route is timetabled now. So it's apparently 48 minutes, 12-minute layover, I presume a 12-minute layover, and then back again. Oh, this is a lovely route. Is this again what I love about Mr. Moose maps? Is the scenery isn't just slightly selected to this view. You look over there, the scenery just keeps going. And over there, the scenery just keeps going. I mean, there's no gaps in that. That is realistic grass all the way on both sides. And it's not high sort of poly stuff. It's just your standard, relatively low res, but your standard scenery used in a way that makes it look good. That's what you want when you're driving a map like this. It's what you want. So I believe this is one of the Eclipses that, by the looks of the speedometer, seems to have a limit on it. The ones in the first West Yorkshire livery, I don't know, as I say, how the step bars work, but the first West Yorkshire liveried ones seem to be able to just do a gazillion miles an hour. But other repaints tend to have a limit on their speed. There's a bit of a shame, however, it's probably for the best. Especially as we're going around some quite windy roads. It just looks like the map ends. Oh, there we go. Back over the brow of the hill. I'd have to say that'd be quite anticlimactic, wouldn't it? If we had done all of this, got excited about Retford, and we just get to somewhere like this, and the map just ends, and there's just a big sign that just says Bluff on it. That would be quite disheartening, I think. Be funny, but it'd be disheartening. I got quite excited over Retford. Don't want to just read it. Don't want to just find that the scenery ends in just a sign that just says Bluff. So we must be nearing Retford now. Now, from memory, although Retford is around here, it is a considerable size. I mean, it's around the same size as Gainsborough. Just like Gainsborough, it kind of just pops up out of nowhere. So you'll be sort of plodding along, and the next thing you know, you'll just be, welcome to Retford, you're in Retford. It's like, oh, hi. And there's no sort of build-up with the houses. I mean, I would argue there's not even that much build-up as you get with Gainsborough. And you kind of just like, hi, you're in Retford. Now, Retford does have a local bus. It does have the 47 and the 47A, that are the sort of town bus services. And it does get a fair few services from the surrounding areas. Again, when you come from the Doncaster end, you tend to you're just driving along, and then next thing you know, you're in Retford. Just like that. There you go. Just like that. All of a sudden, Retford. It's giving Gainsborough vibes. I'm getting Gainsborough vibes. More Gainsborough vibes. Hang on a second. Are we actually in Retford, or are we just like kind of just gone round block? I'm kidding. It is Retford. In Retford, there's quite a lot of bungalows in Retford. And we're not far off the centre at all now. In fact, I'm rather certain it might be the next stop. Oh no, it is 2 stops, and then we're at Retford bus station. I do always like having realistic weather of the location on. I'm not one of these to drive in OMSI with just a clear blue sky or absolutely chucking it down or snowing. I like to just drive on a nice cloudy day. Just feels a little bit more settled. I mean, the shadows aren't too extreme. You're not being blinded by the sun. You're not too reliant on the shadows as well to take screenshots, and then you can also see what you're doing without the rain and not get the rain annoying you all the time by just constantly being able to hear it. Because that can also be annoying in this game when you're trying to show off a route or show off a bus and all you can hear is rain. So there is a time and a place for it in OMSI. There is sort of the places for it, but when you're doing a route review or something, I just don't like driving in the rain. So there was the option to introduce announcements as well, but I wasn't. It doesn't particularly bother me, does announcements. I mean, they don't have announcements around here in real life at the moment, so I just kind of didn't see the need or the want to sort of have them here. I mean, don't get me wrong, if that's the kind of thing that interests you, then by all means go for it. I don't know if they have them on the Interconnect 100 on the MMCs. I haven't been on any of those MMCs, and if I have, it was a long while ago. So, however, if they do have them on there, then go for it. But for me personally, I do like to just drive around them. So there we go, Retford bus station. Oh my goodness me. Oh, this is exciting. He's done a good job of this. I mean, in real life, it is a big structure, for context. So we'll pull into here, and then we're going to go and park on the layover area. So in real life, it is a big sort of building structure. However, quite understandable if you're not using custom objects. It is quite a difficult thing to replicate. So I entirely understand how this has been done. I think it's pretty cool how it's been done as well. So I have absolutely no objections to it. Do we have... Oh, have they got rid of it? We used to have 99. Oh, there we go. See if that works. Oh, it's just come off as 98. No, I was hoping it'd have 99. Oh, that'd be ace if it had 99. Ah. Oh no, we'll just put up 47. So presumably the 47 is a in this is an AI route. That, to be fair, that might be the next route it does. Mr. Moose does, to be fair. But yeah, we'll put up the we'll put up the 47. And now in real life, sometimes buses just get dumped here, or the best here you can do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dump it here. Although in real life, this is that bit. This bit's not here. It kind of just continues on as road. But again, it's pretty realistic. It's pretty nice, and where this car park is next to the car park in real life, there's a Wetherspoons. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty nice. And as I say, a nice extension to add on Retford onto the map. Once again, a tremendous update on the Mr. Moose, the very talented Mr. Moose created Lincolnshire map. Previously Gainsborough. As I say, Lincolnshire is just amazing. Get it downloaded if you haven't already. It's available on the Fellas Film forums. Do stick around for more videos on the 95 and the 95A saves. In the next video, we'll probably do the reverse of the route with a different type of vehicle to see how it copes. But for now, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then do be sure to click that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. If you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the Bus Videos YouTube channel for more content like this from the simulation section, with OMSI 2 videos up to twice a week, as well as an archive of over 6,000 backseat and engine-focused public transport videos from the UK and beyond. With buses, trams, trains and more, there's something on there for everyone, with an additional 21 of those videos added per week. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video, mate. Bye for now. Bye.